felt that Jung should tell me what I should do, whether I should write a book, whether I should get a divorce, what I should do. And he wouldn't. And so I got mad at him. And I said, why is everybody so mean to me? And he said, why are you so mean to everybody? So I stormed out. And you got what I said there. I said to him, why is everybody so mean to me? And he said, why are you so mean to everybody? That was the trigger point. I was gone for a year. And I wrote him, oh, I don't know. Every now and then I'd sit down at the typewriter and write him what a son of a bitch I thought he was. And how when I first got to Europe, everyone thought he was a charlatan. I thought he was too. And I didn't, he was the most conceited, vain man. And I really had a great time.
And you sent all these letters?
Sent the letters, of course I did. And I thought, I hope he drops dead of a stroke. And I felt very good. I just felt fine. When I can get mad, I can lose 5 pounds just by getting mad. It's just the adrenaline goes, and I just think, it's the opposite of poor little me. And I don't care, let the world go and stuff it up. I don't care what happens to them. And then one morning I woke up, and I began to laugh. I thought, for God's sake, what's been going on here? What a jackass you. And suddenly I realized, sure, he really hit it. And so I phoned Miss Schmidt, Fräulein Schmidt, and asked if I could have an appointment. And she laughed and said, oh, yes, she said, Professor Jung told me to save some time for you. He thought you'd be calling shortly.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Triple B. Tonight's episode was going to be episode 6 of the Uninvited Guest, but won't go too much into his personal business, but Larry and Jen are going through some real hardships right now. A lot of medical problems, a lot of personal problems. For everybody out there, says a prayer, say a prayer, keep them in your thoughts, send them good vibes. It's what Larry wants to do for all of us, and he could really use a little extra support right now. So hopefully we'll see him back on here soon. Please forgive the mess in the background. I'm currently moving and can't keep the damn tapestry up, so I just gave up trying for the moment. But yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and film an episode today and kind of discuss some thoughts I've been having in terms of things that can be done going forward on the channel. So, I'm trying to think of the best place to start here. A lot of going into this, I feel like there was a lot of reasons I wanted to do this channel. People weren't speaking out on Antifa. I felt like there needed to be some demystification in regards to who these kids are, what their backgrounds are, how I believe this issue should be tackled, how I think we can get some kids back. And again, I say kids, there's young men in their 30s involved up to this, up to 40s. A lot of it is an angry young man problem. And I've discussed on the channel that one of my experiences in helping me open my eyes to this, on top of a myriad of things, because as we all know, I could give you a million reasons under the sun. But one of the most profound things for me was my psychedelic experience and seeing what I believe now to be a demon, or perhaps even a demon, a more visual manifestation of the turmoil going on inside, that in this psychedelic experience created itself into a image that seemingly historically ties back to an entity known as Shamhourash, which is a Djinn. And the more I've been talking with Larry and his experiences with demons and angels and aliens, and having a lot of other insane conversations behind the scenes that I'm definitely going to share with you guys in due time. But when you have a society that's filled with drugs, especially psychedelics now, and you have all this satanic imagery, and you have all this near civil war chaos, and a war over here and a war over here, and oh my God, there's 100 more dead Israelis, and oh my God, there's 200 dead more Palestinians, and oh my God, Russia's about to nuke us, and oh my God, is that a light portal opening out of the sky, or is it a Reshnik? What do you think people are seeing when they're doing drugs during all of that? Y'all think y'all are going through hell. This is certainly hell. But it's a different kind of hell when the walls are melting and the colors are changing and numbers are dancing around and shadows are going all over the place and voices are getting in your head. It takes the hell that we're all experiencing it and it cranks it up to infinity. It really, really does. All these cosmic events, all these religious things, all these... It seems like we have a hard time explaining, but the reality is that the people who need to help us solve these things, they don't tend to be fucked up doing psychedelics all the time. A lot of them probably don't have a story about a demon they summoned in the mirror. And I think as a result of that kind of disconnect, there's a lot of people having these same experiences, kind of like I did, who feel alone. So they keep it to themselves. When in reality, the more I think about it, my demon, being able to present it visually as an artist, think on it, meditate on it, the more I look at these pictures, the more it helps me understand what's in here. And the more I understand what's in here, the less angry I become and the more I'm able to connect with others around me. The psychological elements and archetypes of the fool and the jester and the reptile and the diamond and what does it mean and what does it mean. And in due time, I'm going to do some thorough breakdowns on that. But for today, I just thought I'd share my plan of attack moving forward. I think that this could be a really good psychological healing tool for a lot of people. I'd like to experiment first and foremost on myself. Larry's also a willing participant in this, to where, what the fuck are these demons? What are these shadows? What are these Djinn? What are these reptiles? We have people going out and they're going reptile hunting, taking AR-15s into the park. And then you've just got all these other conspiracy theorists that, because the world's so dark, because of the things they've gone into, because of the rabbit holes, they're snapping and going insane. And what's the alternative to that? You have a rise of these religious elements that are like, oh yeah, we see demons. Those people are demons. And I think that that's kind of the wrong fucking approach, because as much as we can agree that a lot of this behavior is demonic, I feel like if there's not some sort of middle path approach to dealing with these things, and the more that people are screaming, Djinn, shadow people, demon, well, that's going to freak out the religious side a little bit, when in reality, both sides could learn a lot from each other, and I believe help each other to tackle their demons. Again, whether you believe these demons to be purely psychological in nature or spiritual, I kind of feel like it's like God. It doesn't really matter how you believe in it, so long as you believe in that creationary source, right? That sense of all, that sense of something bigger that can never be overshadowed by anything, that has a dark alternative, and that you're always trying to walk in light and dark and to stay in light as much as possible. But a lot of times we fall into the dark. But one of the most beneficial things I think about psychedelics, the longer I haven't used them, because I haven't used them in years, and I intend to not use any more in my life, as I would like to seal off these gates, because I do believe that these things are spiritual and that I've tinkered enough. I need to experience life in this reality. But one of the most powerful effects is it will turn any atheist agnostic, at least in my experience. You don't really leave those experiences not believing in something, or at least saying, okay, I experienced something and I don't know what the hell it is, and I'm not going to put a label to it, but there's something. So I think for anybody who's ever engaged in psychedelics, that is a reality that you know and are very familiar with. But for those who don't, I think that's why it's medicinal. The reason that legalization for psilocybin should have gone through wasn't so people could be eating mushrooms all day. I'm seeing now, I think at least for me, the form of trauma healing that comes through psychedelics is long-term meditation. Because if you're being given signs from the universe and you're being told that you need to walk a certain path, and if you don't, something horrible is going to happen, or you're being sent all these messages, well, if you just keep eating the damn things and you keep having experience after experience after experience, then A, you're going to forget about it, and B, it's going to contradict the initial experience, and you're going to find yourself having light, happy, rainbowy trips to dark, shadowy, fiery, hellish trips, which is something I'm more than familiar with because I've probably had hundreds of both. So, again, my plan of attack moving forward is, this is an angle of psychology that I would like to dive into. I don't want to just be a YouTuber. Again, I don't monetize this. There's no financial stability in this for me. So I have to find a career, right? I got to find things I want to do in life. And I know a large angle of that to be tattooing. But I think if the more that I learn these things, A, I can blend them in with my tattooing, A, blend them in with the podcasting, maybe even do a little bit of both. One day maybe I could be doing tattoos of someone's psychedelic experience and having a conversation with that, like that, and sharing it on the channel with you guys. I want to blend something unique because it's clear to me that we live in a time now where your clinical license can be taken at the drop of a hat over any political issue. And it's like, how do you safeguard from that? Can you take therapeutic healing independently? Because really all I want to learn through all this is just how can I help people in general on the street, talking with someone in the grocery store, making a new friend going through a hard time. These experiences are something that I've long noticed are very easily bonded over, because it's like, people get excited and they're like, oh my God, I don't talk about this with a lot of people because I don't want to seem crazy or I don't want to seem paranoid. And I'm just like, you've come to the right fucking guy. So why not do something bigger with it? Why not explore more Jungian paranormal psychology? Why not try to understand the pineal gland more? How trauma and damage to your prefrontal cortex, how much of that connects to our hallucinations? Can these experiences, supernatural, psychedelic, metaphysical, what have you, help us in this realm? So yeah, I think that's something I just wanted to share with you guys. There's going to be a lot of trippy stuff moving forward. There's still going to be a lot of politics. As far as the Antifa stuff, I mean what I said. I do love these people, and I want them to get out of this, and I want them to do better. And given that they're all on psychedelics, maybe we need to broaden an interest in this topic. And, maybe, I've seen this happen before. The more you understand these things, the more you realize you're dicking around, doing drugs and talking to Satan. A lot of people, once they realize what they've been in contact with and what energies they're putting out and the messages they're getting back and how they're getting darker and darker, once they become conscious of that, a lot of them just really want to back off and realize, oh yeah, my life has been going through hell. Maybe that's why the tentacle creature attacked me, or maybe that's why I got choked in my sleep by a shadow demon. Whether it's psychological and things are getting in your head and it's just made it that much more stressful, or you're putting a negative frequency out, is literally summoning a creature. As we get into the times of UFOs and alien technology and all this crazy shit, which y'all can't deny no more, there's going to be new fields of interest opening up. I feel like this is going to generate a lot of conversations around this topic. And I just really want to know if understanding these things can help get people off the streets, if they can get a paintbrush in these motherfuckers' hands, if they can get them to sing about it, sing about the three-headed chicken demon breathing fire. That's a story I heard. These creatures are wild, but they are all manifest from the internal self and our struggle and our strife, but also our light. So there's a lot that can be said for this. There's going to be a lot moving forward. But as far as this is concerned, this is chapter 2 of the Shamhourash Chronicles. This is the plan moving forward. I'd like to put together a video series in due time to help Larry with his experiences as well. But again, for the moment, he is going through a lot, and just send him a prayer, Send him some good vibes, offer him a layer of protection. Larry is really a guy who, without him, I would not be thinking in this way. I would not have the light in my heart that I do. I would not. I was always inquisitive, right? There's a reason me and him drew in together, but he taught me so much in regards to all of this. And I want to help him in the same way that he's helped me. And we want to try to help other people together and do it publicly in a way that hopefully some people higher up than us on the other side of the fence can look over and be like, oh, that's why they're all batshit. Okay, and to start taking note and start recognizing it, because in reality, this is all around you guys all the time. This is the guy talking in tongues at the Walmart. This is the person walking around with the pentagrams all over their arms. This is the kid walking around with cut marks. This is the teenager walking around in the black hoodie. Everyone's doing it. So let's meet this problem from a creative, an odd, and just interesting. I don't know. It's a crazy angle to take, but I feel like I'm equipped to dive into the waters, and I feel like my friends and the people around me are equipped to dive into those waters and to help me stay on path. So I won't ramble too much further. I really love you guys. I really appreciate you being here. If you have it, there are videos that I will line up the thumbnails for at the bottom of the Chronicle journey of what has happened in order. Links will be available in the description. You know, when I first started talking about this, I was just talking to Cyprian like, I don't know if this is a reptile. Is there a reptilian communicating me from another dimension? But now, over the course of these conversations, I think I have a really damn good idea of what it is. And it's starting to give me a clear picture of what's going on with other people. So, again, if you like this, like it, share it, hit the alarm bell, and God bless you guys. I'll take care, okay?
Say I'm a